Hello, everybody. Jean McDonald here with Transition Tip Tuesday. And as some of you heard last night when I sent out my email, we got a new kitten, 11 weeks old, full of what we wanted. We wanted a energetic animal to add to our other energetic animals and our lifestyle here. And what amazes me, it's been decades since I've gotten a kitten. I usually adopt older cats, but this kitten, you know, you she might be doing something wrong. So you grab her and you say no. And you grab her and you move her back, and she just is very, very persistent. She will not stop until she gets what she wants when she wants it. And you can keep stopping her, but she stays focused. And it got me thinking a lot of transitions, especially deliberate transitions, we're trying to move from where we are to where we want to be. And and people try to move us back, and they move us back, and they move us back. And sometimes we just give up. And so I'd like to suggest kitten persistence today, that singular focus on really what you want to achieve and how to do it. And with that, I'm going to share a story. This is my favorite story about persistence. I have a couple. But years ago, I used to play tennis in a tennis club. And one day I had a match, and often I was one of the older players, and we're playing women that are in their 20s. And one day I had a match against a young, fit, tall woman in her 20s. And even during the warm up, I mean, balls are whizzing by me. I can't even get my racket to touch ball, even during warm up. And so, I can see to myself, okay, I'm probably not going to win this match because I can't even touch one of the balls. But what can I do to learn something from this situation? And so I decided, okay, I'm going to focus on each ball that comes over the net, and I'm just going to try to focus on the racket touching the ball. That's it. Just try to um watch the ball, put my racket on. It doesn't matter where the ball goes, just try to touch the ball. That was my only step, my only focus. And so, as balls are whizzing by, occasionally I catch one on my racket, and occasionally I catch another one. And I was feeling good about this because at least I was touching the ball. I'm, you know, conceding the match in one way, but I'm just trying to touch the ball. Well, the more I did that focus just on the ball, more balls were going back over the net. And sometimes with that same speed, she's hitting the ball to me. As pretty soon I'm making points. And amazingly, I even win a game. Now this woman doesn't know what hit her, because she's can realize, I've got this match easy. Well, I persist in just focusing on touching the ball, and the ball's going back over the net. So I'm staying my singular focus, ball's returning. Well, I start to win. Well, actually, I have to admit, the first set, I didn't make any points or win any games. So I lost the first set, if you know tennis. I lost it 6-0. But the second set is where I started winning some games. And amazingly, we ended up tied. And then we were tied at 6-0, which means I had a tiebreaker. The first one to 7 points in the tiebreaker wins the match. And so I'm like ahead. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay focused. Now I'm starting to get a little excited because I've won games. I'm tied with this woman that is totally outplaying me just because I'm staying focused on one thing. And so now it's an effort to stay focused on that one thing I need to do, which is just touch the ball with the racket. And the interesting thing is, the more points I was winning, the worse she was doing. She was overhitting. She was making a lot of errors. She wasn't hitting as hard. She was trying, I think she was starting to unfold a bit. Well, in the tiebreaker, we end up, I'm ahead in the tiebreaker, amazingly. And suddenly she throws down her racket and runs off the court. Now, I don't know what to do. She didn't ask for a break. I wasn't sure what, we're right in the middle of a tiebreaker. So I just stood there and waited, and 10, 15 minutes later, she pops back and picks up her racket and plays out the last few points and loses. I win um, this match. Wait, actually, I kind of said it wrong because I lost the first set. I actually win the second set, and that's when we did the tiebreaker. So I win the tiebreaker. I win the match. Not by trying to win the match, but just taking one part of one skill that I needed to persistently do to just hit the ball. And then, like I said, from there on, that um, I started making points. So anyway, I hate to mess up this story, but anyway, I you get the point. You get the point. So anyway, it turns out I found that when she ran off the court, she actually ran outside the building, screamed, and went to her coach to say, "What's going on here?" So she totally unraveled. And I'm thinking, well, I was just doing the one thing and I was being persistent. And then she was not persistent in what she was, she had the winning key from the beginning. She had what it took to win this match. But by coming up against opposition, she easily crumbled. So the lesson here, the transition lesson, is that when we have a goal and it's overwhelming us, first of all, take one step at a time. Just get the racket on the ball and do it over and over again until you get it done. It's great rewards, but also um, when you are winning, when you are working towards that goal, and you come against that opposition, like our little kitten, when we tell her no and she does it anyway, over and over, when you hit that opposition, don't give up. Don't let a little bit of opposition totally crumble you. Go back to what was working and seeing what happened when it wasn't working, and just work through it. And that'll get you through a lot of transitions. It'll get you through a lot of key areas of your life. So, with that, I'm Jean McDonald. Please go to jeanmcdonald.com for more information about coaching, and I do speaking. And then also, um, I'm doing a caregiver support group in the Port Angeles, Washington area. And I'm also on KSQM. I'm going to be on starting next month, every Saturday. So, anyway, I'll give more details about the caregiver support group and my slot on ksqmfm.com. And we'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.